Yeah, it sounds simple, and for the most part, you think it's simple, but they did a really good job of attacking the paint with the dribble, and we have to do a better job of moving our feet, keeping the ball in front of us. And then they also went down low, a couple of possessions down the stretch, and got some buckets down low. So the combination of getting to the free throw line, getting to the paint, offensive rebounding. So they beat us in the toughest areas the last 2 minutes of the game, which is something that I'm not happy with.
And that's something that's been happening to you guys, is late closing out games. You've been in every game you played the last couple of weeks, you just haven't been closing out. Is that just a case of just some guys not used to being in that situation, or what can you do to kind of turn that around?
It can be a byproduct of not being in that situation, but at the same time, we feel we have experienced players who play enough basketball who understand how to play the game. We still made the plays down the stretch. I think if you look at the empty possessions, meaning we didn't finish the layup or we didn't hit the open shots, we're getting great looks, just got to convert. And I thought they did a much better job down the stretch, IUPUI, and making the plays than we did.
How frustrated do you think the guys are right now? And how frustrated are you at this point?
Well, I think it's a situation where we take it one game at a time, and we still focus on it's not who you play, it's how you play. If you're using the word frustration, we feel like the kids feel like that they're working really hard, just not really getting the fruits of the labor right now. But there's still a lot of season left, and it's not a situation where they're in panic mode or anything like that. I just think they're really just disappointed because they want to play well, they want to win, and especially when you're at home, you want to win for your fans.
Do you think that, like, one win kind of breaks everything? Do you think that something can break out once you get that?
Well, I think psychologically you can say that. You just get back to the winning feeling. I think we all, that's what we do. That's what we want. But we have to figure out, and they have to understand how and why. And the miscues on defense in the first 2 or 3 minutes is just as critical as the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. And I think that's a big part of the next step, is understanding that this conference is a tough conference, and every possession matters, every game matters, whether it's the first 2 minutes or the last 2 minutes.
What happened there late? Because you guys had a 5-point lead and they kind of made a run. Was it just not getting stops?
Yeah, we got to get stops. They went on a run at the end, and we just, at the end of the day, we got to get stops. That was the main thing.
Yeah, it all has to go with execution. Starts with stops, and then executing what we want to do on offense. Take care of the ball and execute our game plan. And I think down the stretch, they did a good job of doing their execution, and that's something we need to work on a little bit and close out a few more games.
There was an effort on you guys' part all night to get the ball inside. Was that something that you guys thought you'd be able to do against them?
Yeah, I think we're bigger, faster, stronger down low, and we try to establish that early in the game, pick up some fouls to them, they're big, go at it, really show that we can get in the post.
You guys have been in so many close ones lately. What are some of the things you've kind of taken away to turn the tide and close these things out?
I think everything, we know everything is possession oriented. Now that we're in conference, everyone is really good. Everyone's good competition. I think turnovers, taking care of the ball, and again, executing is something that we've been talking about a little bit.
Yeah, got to execute down the stretch, get stops down the stretch, both ways.
How frustrating is this current streak right now?
Losing's never fun. It's frustrating. I think we're doing a lot of good things, but there's a lot of things we need to improve on in order to get over the hump. But I think we're right there once we start doing what we need to do. We're at the end.